recently upgraded from the 2014 iPad Air 2 to the 2020 iPad 11 Pro. Because price is such a big factor in purchasing a new electronic, I do want to go over really quickly the pricing behind each of these. My 11 Pro I got with an Apple Pencil, and because of that it ended up being around $1,000. It also has 256 megabytes of storage, whereas my Air 2 has 16 megabytes of storage. It does not connect with anything that is an Apple Pencil or AirPods, and it can be found on the market for under $100. If you are looking for something budget friendly, you can definitely go for one of the Airs. However, I would not get anything before the Air 3 just because you do want to be able to have the newer iOS systems on there. It is a lot quicker whenever I'm doing anything. It uploads and downloads things faster, it opens things faster, and I can store way more on here. I do have a couple of things on my iPad that help me go through my daily flow and my business things. Having the most up-to-date version of Procreate was one of the main reasons why I wanted to upgrade to a new iPad. With my previous one, I could not upload any new brushes or files, and it was also really struggling to go through and make anything. I cannot remember the actual word for it, but the more pressure that you apply, the thicker lines you can get, which is not something that I could do with my Air 2. I used Procreate to make a whole lot of things for my Etsy shop. I went through and made a lot of greeting cards. I was working on notebook templates. And then you also just have my general artwork that I use for prints. For the business side of things, I have Sell on Etsy and Etsy Seller. I believe that they're upgrading to Etsy Seller, but they're still working on it, so I just have both for now. Of course, I have Gmail and Drive so that I can send and upload things. Canva is also something that I've been using a lot to make different notepad and stationery templates. For example, this is the 2023 calendar that I've been working on recently. And one of my favorite things that I have on here is the A Journal app. This is a free journaling app. If you want more spreads per day, you would need to get the paid subscription. However, I found that the daily spreads are good enough for me. They also have weekly, monthly, and yearly spreads, as well as a project tab. The project tab is what I use the most for my Etsy shop. It gives you 5 different folder options, and you can add, as far as I know, as many different subtabs within those file systems as you want. You can also rename each of them so that it's up to date with what you need them to be. So for me, I have my business file, I have my Etsy overall page. I also have inventory with my SKU numbers and the prices of things. I have which prints that I'm going to be uploading for my Etsy shop and their SKU numbers. For my Etsy action folder, I have my goals, and it goes through which things I need to do and the steps that I need to do to get those done. And then I also have my video ideas, where it goes through what things I normally do, like sketchbook tours, tutorials, reviews, and other things, and I can just brainstorm here. Personally, I really like listening to podcasts or having Netflix open as a pop-up screen in the corner for whenever I'm drawing on Procreate. I can be working in Procreate and have Netflix in a pop-out little screen, and it will show me what I'm watching, and it doesn't have to block the entirety of my screen. I can also change the size of it. And if you see these 3 little dots right here, you can also split screens with different apps, and that is very helpful. Any apps that came with the iPad that I don't use, I just put in a different folder on a different page, and then I don't have to look at it. And if I ever need them, I can go ahead and use them. And because there's so much storage on this iPad, I can save a whole lot of things to use for later dates. Even though I did get this iPad as a drawing tablet for the most part and a supplementary piece to my laptop that I have found myself using this a lot more in regards to Etsy listings and Canva than I do on my actual laptop. One thing that I do like about this iPad is that it just has this like Apple Pencil that magnetically connects and it automatically charges it. I don't think I've seen this Apple Pencil below 100% since I've gotten it, just because the storage is also the charger. Let's talk really quickly about why I got the 11 Pro instead of the 12 Pro. As you can see, this iPad Air is pretty much the same size as my 11 Pro. So while the screen is proportionately larger, the overall iPad is not larger. Almost every single review that I've seen has said that unless you're going to be using your Pro as your laptop instead of a supplement to a laptop, you're not going to want to get the 12 Pro. Those are my thoughts on the iPad 11 Pro. I really love it. It is super fast, it has a lot of storage, and for my purposes, it does work really well. Once again, if you need something more budget friendly, definitely do that. If you're not going to be using it as a business tool, I would probably recommend that you get one of the Airs. Or if you're just a student and you're using it mainly to take notes, I would also probably get one of the iPad Airs. I hope this helps. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Bye.